Well, what trips me out about Duno's case Duno's. Yo, you should be on Ozempic too, you fat.
What the fuck?
We in this motherfucker.
Episode 15.
Yes, sir.
And let's talk about the masterpiece that Cartoons and Cereal is, dog.
Cartoons and Cereal is one of the greatest hip hop records in the last 20 fucking years, dog.
Unreleased for sure.
Unreleased too. My understanding, it was part of the Good Kid, Mad City album,
era.
but I believe they couldn't clear the sample of the Coyote, the Coyote part. I'm sure if he released it now, they will clear it because Kendrick is bigger than everything right now.
Bro, for honestly, dog, to me, like, I would never have thought something like that for me would be so relatable, dog.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how Kendrick flipped something that's just so normalized. Like, for us growing up, your parents put cartoons when there's parties going on in the back, or they just want to distract you, they put on cartoons. So that's what he's making reference to. And I don't know, dog. I would have never imagined that could be flipped into something like that, dog.
And also, you were part of the end of the era where you would wake up for
Saturday
the cartoons,
night cartoons, Saturday
like,
morning cartoons.
Yeah, you were at the end of that, and for me, like that was so important for like me and my cousins. My cousin, like he was like what 8 years old. He would run to the liquor store before we were watching Dragon Ball Z in the mornings. He would run for Hot Cheetos.
That's crazy, bro.
And he was younger than all of us. Like, hey, fool, here, we want this. He's like, fucking, he would run. He would run during the commercial break.
Hot Cheetos in the morning? That's wild.
Hey,
that's
when you used to
normal.
get 4 of them for $1.
And the high C juice, the fucking fat juice.
Yeah, or the little clearish looking
like
little
jugs, like a jug or
little
something.
jug ones. Yeah, damn.
Crazy,
And
bro.
the Cartoons and Cereal was even when Kendrick did it, it was just like, damn, like he's just speaking for the generation.
And I think that's
in
why
in every way.
And I think that's why I know we're gonna talk about it later, but that's why I hate this like black versus brown thing. Because at the end of the day, I think we grew up like hearing this music. We love hip hop because we can relate to it, dog.
Yeah.
I think for sure we weren't at the front of the when hip hop was created. A lot of those stories aren't ours. But as hip hop grew, it kind of turned into something that we knew too. And I think that's why I hate that narrative where it's black versus brown, because we love hip hop, dude.
Yeah.
Even that J-Rock song, I think if you guys don't follow the Patreon, this fool has a sick ass DJ set right before the pod starts. Go check it out. We were playing J-Rock, even when he speaks about EBT cards and shit, bro. That's relatable, dog.
Yeah.
Like, we grew up in the hood too, so yeah, dude. Just love hip hop, dog.
Yeah, man, that record, Cartoons and Cereal, I wish Kendrick would perform that one for him.
Yeah, fool. That's
just such a
just
crazy record.
That beat drop too, dog, is so fucking crazy,
Stupid.
dog.
It's probably one of his best records.
I think so.
And it's unreleased.
And I mean, on the tour, he's playing a lot of his old tracks too.
I know he's mixing it up. That's what I'm like. Damn.
Yeah, that'll be nice if he throws it out.
Hey,
I'm
so
loving the
for the tour, he's performing at the same time as SZA, right? They're just going back
they're
and
like
forth.
going back and forth, which I love, fool.
I think that's cool.
Which I love. It gives it like, I think also gives him like a little bit of breath, catch his breath and come back crazy.
A better
again.
performance at the end of the day because
they're rested.
Yeah.
I'm loving what I'm seeing from the tour.
It looks dope.
for sure.
I'm
It
not
looks
gonna lie. I
dope.
think I might try to snag tickets last minute.
Yeah, it's just I'm sure they're there. They're there.
Yeah, for sure. They're always
for
there.
sure. But how's everybody's week, fool?
Good, man. Another week.
You were off.
Before we switch, though, Kendrick is one of the first to get up there and sell out a show and hit those $10 million marks on those shows.
He's breaking his record every stop, fool.
Well, I wish Nomo was here to hear that.
Nomo's a fucking hater, dog. Right now, I think Nomo, he called off today. He had like some diarrhea issues.
Yeah, for
the Ozempic side of things.
Shout out
Hey,
Nomo.
man, watch out with that stuff too, because I've been seeing reports about how like it's been creating like organ failure in people.
Ozempic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's just,
creating-
I even heard something about blindness, all sorts of shit, bro. But
Wow.
only time will tell.
What's early, right? It's early into
only
those
time to
those
tell.
kind of things, right?
well, what trips me out about Duno's case, Duno's. Yo, you should be on Ozempic too, you fat.
What the fuck?
Shout out to Duno and shit.
What the after
We'll
that?
get to you later, fool. We gotta sun you a little bit later, but yeah. Yeah, Nomo. What trips me out is just like that he wants to do it by itself, meaning like he doesn't want to work out. He wants to eat how he eats and let the medicine do its thing, which is pretty kind of crazy to me. I'm a little bit like, damn, you don't want to like help it out a little bit? It's a little dangerous too, but I support the homie and I see him happier.
That's none of the stuff you said to him in front of his face. You say, I support you 100%.
Well, I support the homie, but it just trips me out that like he's just like, Nah, I want to see what the drug does. I'm like, damn,
Yeah, he
cuz.
kind of leaves it all in the Ozempic.
Yeah,
fool.
On the Ozempic power, and I seen him at the I think Disneyland. He was at Disneyland this past weekend.
yeah.
That fool was just eating it up.
Food
I'm like,
fight, yeah.
crazy.
I like posting like 6 plates of food, dog.
seen
In like
6 plates of
in
food,
an
shit.
hour
Hey,
span.
but when you're in Disneyland, you got to do that, man. You
I
got to
guess so.
experience all
Yeah,
the
for sure,
stuff.
for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Disneyland. What do you guys eat at when you guys go to Disneyland? Because I always find it hard to get something good.
There's like a few that I go to. They're what is it? The clam chowder bowl.
Yeah,
Solid. It's been solid for years.
yeah.
I've probably been getting it for like 20 years now. The other thing is they have like a
Clam chowder. Who the fuck
Bro,
is this guy?
good. It's a
I'm trying to be
staple.
supportive, but damn, dog.
Damn. Oh man, but the best thing to go and get is probably their. They have a food and wine festival, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking phenomenal, man.
Oh shit.
I can't even pick out exactly. Okay, no, I can. They had when I first went there. It was like the first day that they started everything, so they were serving huge portions, dude. So I go there super excited, and it's like a giant bowl of like mashed potatoes and filet mignon,
Yeah.
like for $8, something you would expect at a restaurant like
Yeah.
size. We go back a week later, they fucking make that like maybe a third of the size. So it's super small bowl and shit. And obviously it's Disney, they got to make their money in their ways. But after that, I'm like, nah, this isn't worth it, dude. You're paying like $10 for samples of shit everywhere. So you'll end up spending maybe like $60 just to get a decent meal in for you and someone else.
Oh shit. Damn. When was the last time you guys been to Disneyland?
Never been, dog.
Never been.
Nah.
I actually don't want to go.
Really?
I actually just want to make it a thing where I'm never gonna go.
Oh shit. He's
gotta
like, he's
go.
fuck Disney. That's what you're saying?
You got a
Nah,
girl?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, that's why.
No kids either, so I think. But dude, growing up, fool, like
You're right. I
don't
was
know,
the
dude.
same way.
I hate lines, fool.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of heights, fools, and I don't know, dude.
It's pretty bad now. If you didn't get to experience Disneyland at a young age in the early 2000s, like prime time, best times, it's like not day and night compared to how it is now. You got to wait for everything.
Yeah.
Everything is like a waiting experience. You
For
can't
sure.
just go and
Yeah,
have
yeah.
fun anymore.
And it's built
Yeah,
that way
yeah,
now, right? It's built like for you to
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
It's
You,
crazy.
and you have to get those passes too for the rides. Because being able to wait for 3 hours per fucking you can only do 3 fucking rides at that point, fool.
So you're still like the fast pass?
Yeah,
you have to get it.
Do you wait with that one or not at all?
Huh?
Do you still wait with that one?
You wait a little less, right? You wait significantly less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, you get a time slot to come back at
Yeah,
a later time.
which I do
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
you reserve your time. Same thing with Six Flags. You reserve your time, and I fuck with that. Even
Well-
though it's crazy because now theme parks are pricey. For you,
Yeah.
last time I took my kids, easily 1,000, easily with
Ouch.
just 3 of us, easily 1,000. fool.
Damn.
So I was like, fuck.
How often do you go?
Maybe every couple of years, try to go. Yeah, I wasn't going before because my daughter wasn't tall enough, but now she's barely meets that threshold, and so now we're planning to go probably once a year.
Hey,
Love-
but
love
a
Six Flags.
1,000's a lot, way.
And oh,
God.
and that's because you have to buy the fast pass is pricier than the actual ticket.
Oh, okay, okay. Hey, you know what? I think that's because I just recently went to Knott's Berry Farm over the
Right,
weekend.
right.
And I mean, the tickets weren't that bad. I spent maybe like $400 for 5 of us. I bought them
That's
a day,
pretty good
I bought them
price.
a day
That's
before,
good.
and it was at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's perfect. I get in there, and things are a little pricey, but you know, who really looks at the price? You know, everything's gonna be pricey.
Yeah, for sure.
I ended up going back into the bank account full. It was like almost $300 full, and like food, snacks, and whatever it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 4, 7.
The only like
$700.
affordable thing now is like a universal pass. It's maybe like under $200.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you get to go all year. It's the best
Universal?
deal. Yeah.
I like Universal.
Yeah. Because otherwise, dude, we've gotten Disney passes for years, and it's just been getting worse and worse.
For
The
real?
last time it was like $600 maybe for
Damn.
the cheapest
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
no parking included, and you know you're gonna end up paying for everything. You got to pay for $30 parking. You got to pay for the ride fast pass if you're gonna get it. The worst thing they did was change because we would go with friends or family with disabled children or something. So
Yeah.
obviously they can't wait in line. They removed it was called the DWA pass. Essentially, it would allow for kids that wouldn't be able to, or anyone with disabilities that wouldn't be able to wait in line to get a fast
Jump the
pass for
line.
free.
Yeah.
They removed that, and then a few months later introduced the lightning
shit.
pass thing.
Oh, shit.
So it was like a slap in the
equality,
face.
homie. We
Yeah,
want
bro,
equality.
that's crazy.
So they're like, "How dare you try to get away with getting free fast passes? Now we're
Yeah.
gonna charge for it." So
dude.
their pass still applies, but you got to be like a very specific type of disability, which sucks because we know friends and family that need that type of thing. Their children cannot wait in line.
Yeah,
dude.
but then you got my neighbor that walks perfectly full on the fucking wheelchair the whole way. You know what I mean? Just to get the
You
fast
always gonna have
pass. You
people
know what I
taking
mean?
advantage of
yeah,
that
no,
shit
you
for
get you
sure.
take advantage of that.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I think
I get it.
I'm gonna take advantage of that on the airport. If I'm late, I'm gonna pretend I have a broken leg. Yo, wheel me through all the way.
Wheel me
fool.
through.
all the way, and the homies, right? Because there's a whole crowd that goes with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Not only by yourself, everybody who's in your party goes with you. Like I was just like you for growing up. Like fuck this. I mean Disneyland. But when I went with my kids, I enjoyed it because they have good rides. I skipped all the baby rides, but all the immersive one, like the Star Wars one, is pretty sick.
I've heard they're sick, to be
The
honest.
Star Wars,
Yeah.
you feel like, oh shit, this fool went all out on it. I ended up getting a fucking lightsaber last time I went.
I did see that shit around.
Yeah, but
That's why he
about
spends $1,000.
I'm gonna go
right?
fuck up more with it. Like, what's up, fool?
How did he spend $1,000?
That's why a bunch of bullshit.
Came out with the Lilo hat.
Yeah, I ended up getting my son a robot. You know the little spinning robot with the two little balls.
They
Got
got
him
the
all that.
Callejones, fool. They got those at the Callejones.
Oh shit!
$2, wait,
And I guess also the experience of like you go to the taller and then you start building your own robot, like that whole experience. So it was good. The kids love it, and I fuck with Disneyland now. Like before, I wouldn't, because like I was more of a Six Flags type of guy. But Disneyland have really good immersive like rides, very, really, really, really good. Fool.
Is Disney World on your bucket list?
Disney World. I don't fuck with Florida.
We don't fuck with no one, dog.
Florida's, man, I can't wait till Florida gets fucking under the fucking sea, fool.
Damn,
What they got
dude.
against? What did you?
We're always waiting on Florida when their fucking votes.
Is it, so you gotta blame Florida, man. Dude.
Fucking prime.
You gotta know
Fucking
about Florida,
Florida.
man?
Yeah, I do, bro.
I fuck with Miami, but the rest of Florida could die, fool. Straight up.
That's crazy, fool. What the fuck?
Because it gets really racist out there. Florida, once you leave Miami is the most multicultural, but once you leave that 3-4 block radius, fool, it gets disgustingly crazy.
We just lost 4 followers. Fool.
Yeah, no
Get them out of here, dog.
We're LA anyway.
But yeah, maybe one day. Maybe the kids haven't. I don't know. They're not requesting that
Dude,
because kids now they don't request shit like that no more.
that's true. Well, when I went, probably the best ride in my life.
Yeah?
It's a
What is
small
that?
world.
No, damn it! It's the superhero ride. The not the Avengers. The other guys.
Superman one?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Guardians of the Galaxy is the greatest ride on earth.
Oh,
dude.
damn.
Because over here is just a drop.
Yeah.
Over there is like a 3. You're on a seat and you're like it's a revolving seat, so you're like going around the moon or something like that. And while you're revolving, your seat is moving with the moon, so you're facing the moon the entire time. And then they're playing a September by Earth, Wind, and Fire in the background. Dude. That's just so dope, dude.
Yeah, the song alone will get me. The song alone will get me.
The
dog.
song
I
alone is
swear to
dope.
God.
So it's like the vibe of the movies that you get
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the from all that. But man, yeah, that it just sets it apart.
How much you spend over there?
Like probably easily like $1,500 a person to go.
It was you and your girl.
Yeah, and with family and stuff.
Damn.
So shared a place.
Like a
but
whole vacation at that point.
It was a
fool.
whole vacation. We spent
a
a
whole
good
vacation.
week over there. We did all 4 parks.
Oh, okay.
shit.
Okay, then
Yeah.
it seems worth it.
It was worth it, and you know they had the 4 park pass thing, so it was definitely worth it.
Oh shit, yeah.
yeah.
You know, might maybe next year. Maybe.
Florida weather sucks though, dude. Florida weather, the humidity, like you'll get in the car and you'll have fucking condensation outside of the car because of how hot that shit is.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Damn.
Where's the Caribbean weather over there?
Yeah.
Hey, so they have 4 different parks at Disney World?
Yeah,
Oh,
I did
shit.
not know
yeah,
that.
but only like I would say only like 3 of them. You really only want to go to like 2. I forget their names; there's too many. But one is like a zoo, and then the other one has just a ton of their old stuff. So
And with a place that big, is just as packed as it would be here?
oh, dude, it's insane over there. Actually, Epcot is probably the coolest place because it's literally like a travel around the world type thing. So you'll be going to like Italy, Spain,
shit.
different parts of the world, and it's like incentivized to essentially get you to buy all their foods, and then they have different alcohols at each place. So people make it a thing where you'll go and drink, and you know you'll drink around the world. And so by the end, people are pretty much fucked up.
Fire.
Yeah.
I want to try out the Mario World in Japan.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm taking my daughter when she turns 15. She wants a Japan trip. and probably do that.
Yeah, because Universal is not doing it justice over here, dude. The little Mario thing, I
It's
went
like a
there.
little closet.
It was
It's like a
sad.
little closet where you're in that bitch and you out.
Yeah, it's like at least we got something, but man, like do a little more with it. It's Mario.
Yeah,
it
fool,
deserves its own
fucking-
place.
It deserves its own fucking its own thing. There's so much to do with Mario. Yeah, that's when I went. It was like it's just like this is it. Like, but I do fuck with Universal. It has a really good rides too. I've you know what. Before I was just like into like this big old rides, just roller coaster shit. But seeing what they do and the type of technology they use is like, damn, it's fucking dope.
The immersive is where
Yeah,
it's
the
at.
immersive is where it's at. That's what Disneyland for. Honestly, Disneyland is like threw me off. I didn't know how good it was. I did not know how good it was, and like, oh shit, I was expecting the little cup rides.
No, and I think that's why that's what I think. I think of the movies like the princesses. I'm like, I don't really fuck with that
all
shit.
of that, yeah.
But I know the rides are next levels for sure. I've heard.
Like me and my kid, we skip all of the little teacup, all that, but get the shit out of here. But we go to the Star Wars. Which one is really good? Indiana Jones was really good.
Good.
They have pretty dope shit. Yeah, like the whole layout and shit. But yeah, what else? Yeah, I've been doing. Have you guys been watching The Last of Us? Nah.
Yes.
What's your take?
Man. It hurt. It hurt. Like, but I don't know how you're gonna carry that show without.
You didn't play the game?
Nah, I didn't.
That's why I heard you differently. I saw a meme where like, yo, finally everybody could have
Live
the
what you
trauma
lived through.
of what I lived
Yeah.
through.
Damn.
I'm big. I'm
In
big
a
fan
way-
of the game.
In a way, it's like Game of Thrones all over to me again, which is ironic because he literally dies.
Game of
Oh,
Thrones. Yeah.
Now I know.
Yeah.
But hey, I didn't say
Okay,
who.
I was gonna
just
watch
said-
it. I was gonna watch it. Though.
And shout out to the Mexican American actor who's playing Tommy, the brother. He's Mexican American for.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. I think he's gonna be leading
What
the
is
show.
Pedro Pascal then?
He's Chileno. So shout out to
Latino,
them for
man. Shout
Latinos.
out.
Two Latinos carrying a fucking show that is fucking fire, and we don't hear about that. I didn't know he was Mexican to the LA Times did a whole article about this.
I didn't know
fool.
either. I
I'm
hadn't
like,
heard about
man,
that.
That's fucking dope. Fool.
I'd expect that's something you hear about.
Yeah, you know what? Like, we didn't even champion that. Nobody, like everybody, just we're not here about lefty gunplay.
We could do both, dog.
We could do both, But shout out to that. I watched season 2, episode 2. That episode was bananas, fool.
Yeah.
One of the best episodes I've seen on TV ever. Because my kids were on edge. My kids were super nervous watching that shit. My wife, fool, she was just like she couldn't deal with it.
It felt like the ending of Game of Thrones where everyone was in
Finally.
in sync. Like, oh man, like
They
all
gave
this
us-
thing is
yep.
gonna happen together.
They gave us what Game of Thrones never gave us. You know how Game of Thrones would always like hint at the big battle and it'd always be like lackluster? This motherfuckers did it up. But you know what? It was the same in the game.
Yeah.
That's why the game is so great. The game is probably one of the best games ever because it's so immersive, it's so dynamic, the dynamic of it, the acting sequences. So it's just fucking a master's.
It's
piece.
unfortunate that she gets so much hate though, because a lot of people don't like the way she looks.
Yeah, they're like, oh, she's not as pretty as the game. And
I've
I'm
seen
like,
that.
man, get the fuck out of here. She's doing a good job, in my opinion.
Yeah, she's doing great, and I think she's autistic too. So or she's
Okay.
on the spectrum or something.
She
like
does
that,
give
so-
me a little bit of those vibes. No lie, I'm not gonna lie. Those eyes are a little bit apart.
Oh, that's a feature, yeah.
That's a feature? That's crazy.
But yeah, she doesn't deserve that hate, man. She's such a great actress.
Such a great actress, fool. You know what? When I was watching her interview with Pascal, I'm like, damn, what's up with Europeans not going to the dentist, fool? She had like yellow teeth. I'm like, God, girl, you're rich as fuck. I can't fix that shit.
Yeah, it's just a culture thing.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's a culture thing, yeah. But man, what a good show. Man, you guys should check it out. The Last of Us.
Now, like, what is it? Give me a briefing. What's
The Last of Us is I believe is an outbreak of some same zombie shit. But it's just the actors that carry it. Pascal, that's why he blew up that show. Like prior to that show, he was dope. He was big. But this show is what blew him up as the number one guy out
Well,
here.
he's a Mandalorian too.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
big.
I think The Last of Us kind of like gave him the bigger look.
I can see that.
Yeah, nobody knew about him as much as when The Last of Us is a big ass game.
Yeah.
Growing up, part 1 and part 2, man, one of the best games experience I've ever had. Fool.
Damn.
My kids love it. So when it got announced that they were doing the HBO show, I was like, it's gonna be whack. But when I seen episode 1 and 2, I'm like, damn, she was crazy.
Yeah.
But man, good TV right there. I'm just like, man, I'm just happy to be alive to watch shows like that. And I'm just waiting for the new Game of Thrones for what in 2 years from
Oh
now.
man, you just gave me a flashback to because he's in like Star Wars and stuff. So I remember, obviously you give hype to movies of like the stuff or fandom that's been around. So around the time when the like Star Wars 2 was coming out, I
Yeah.
remember a story about some guy that was like terminal, and all he wanted to do was like watch the movie.
And they let
before
him watch
came
it
out.
early.
They let him
Yeah.
watch him early, dude. And so stuff like that is like, damn, like it's beautiful to be alive, but it's also like that you got to catch up with so much content.
It
that,
is.
that like you.
is.
It's almost like leaving a book unfinished, so you just want to keep going for all the content that's coming out, all the new like characters in life that are coming out. And shout out to that guy, man. Obviously, he didn't get to, enjoy the rest of the movies, but stuff like that, dude. That's the type of stuff that like really hurts.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shout out to content creators because we're living in an era where there's a lot of dope shit out there. Movies.
So I think it's coming to where it's about curating, dog. Everybody so has these their self identity is like so unique that's what it's coming down to, like being very selective about what you consume and what you don't
Yeah.
consume because there's just so much out there, dog.
Yeah.
You're right. I am very selective of what I consume. I'm very selective.
Yeah. Well, these the apps are making it easy because we're all living in a bubble, dude.
It feeds you what you want.
There's like worlds and worlds of content out there that no one will ever see because you're in your little bubble and everyone's like viral in your bubble, but the majority of the people outside of that bubble have never heard of you.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to be seen around LA a lot because that's who we are. That's
Yeah.
who we interact with. The algorithms know our IP address, so it'll share
Damn,
people
it
our
does.
content locally. But the rest of the world is never going to know who we are.
Damn. That's true, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're
But,
just
the way
a
of
rock
putting
in
it,
space. We're just
you
a
know?
rock in space, dog.
but shout out to HBO for HBO has been killing it. HBO with the Penguin and this one. You seen the Penguin?
I've seen a few episodes.
Oh, shit's
Dude,
great.
the way he looks is insane.
Well, to me, that steals the show is that actress, the playing the crazy chick.
She's from she was in a previous show, How I Met Your Mother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She steals the show, fool. Like she steals. Obviously, Colin Farrell's a great actor, but her part and it's sometimes even hard to watch. Some of the Arkham, whatever, like Asylum shit. But it's great. You guys got to watch the Penguin.
Well, it's good that they're doing that IP justice because a lot of the DC content is not.
It's trash, super trash. Fuck DC. But this one is also I like that it has its own thing, right? It's like not playing off everything else that DC is doing, like almost like the Joker. We're taking the Joker route,
Yeah.
where we're creating this original thing where it's more drama based. But it's fucking fire though. The Penguin and this one also. I'm waiting for Euphoria. I don't think we would probably even see Euphoria no more.
You don't think so?
Well, they're filming it now. I think they're filming it in LA. I think Rosalia.
Rosalia?
She's part of the cast now. But my thing is we lost the sister of Zendaya, which she was a big part of what I like the show. Like the dynamic of the druggy sister and the mom. Like that was pretty sick to me. Like that was a pretty dope like capturing of what drugs does to a family. So it sucks that she's leaving. She's not part of it. Obviously, what's it called? Angus Clout.
Yeah.
That was
R.I.P.
passed. Rest in peace. He passed away, and he was a big part of the show. So once you remove those factors, and then you remove the chunky girl, so left, it's kind of like what do we have now? No more. Like I don't know. I'm not really like looking forward to it no more. And then also Euphoria, Kendrick's this, and so it's just like I don't look at it the same anymore.
If anything, it's gonna blow up the show even more.
The show's gonna do well because Zendaya is one of the ghosts out here.
Yeah, she's doing great.
I was watching a couple of the Kiki Palmer. Fool, I love Kiki
I
Palmer.
love Kiki Palmer too, dog.
Kiki
So much.
Palmer.
Shout out Kiki Palmer.
Man, she's I can't wait to see how she develops throughout her life where it's acting.
Yeah.
She's
Great.
much developed though.
I'm
She
saying,
started
like,
acting like at 13, 12.
Like how she like goes to even the Denzel levels of like films and shit.
Bro, she was already good in the Spelling Bee movie.
that
Yeah,
movie
she's
makes
good.
That movie's fucking badass. Dude.
She's
Yeah,
great.
fucking badass.
And then even watching her interviews too, like fuck, she's just a great fucking energy. So I could see why that translated into the.
what were you
SZA
saying you were
movie.
watching about her? Or?
It's interviews. Just
Okay,
interviews
yeah,
like
she's dope.
Like
fool.
just
she
like
knows how to
damn.
banter, dog.
Yeah, she's great.
She knows how to dodge a question correctly. Like, she's just very well trained to do PR.
She's got to do more movies with SZA because I seen their movie,
Yeah.
dude.
It's
more
funny.
they're-
fool.
They're so good together.
But I think she could do more serials roles too,
Yeah.
because I think she.
That's what I wanted to step
Yeah,
into her back.
I would say that.
Like
for
let's
sure.
let's dirty her up,
For sure.
Let's let her play a very strong role where it's like, mental health or something, involvement with like trauma and shit to see
Yeah.
how her range is. Because I watch all her movies, even though was it Nope?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
brings a very comedic side to
Like,
that character.
That's
too.
why I like the movie is because of her.
Yeah,
fool.
exactly.
Because
Yeah.
obviously Jordan Peele is a sick ass director, but her role in that movie made me like the movie.
Mm.
And then obviously shot creatively and dope. But shout out to fucking filmmakers. Shout out to creatives.
What do you think about the Trump tariffs on? Let's talk about that. We're talking about movies.
It's gonna affect people that I know heavy, fool. Because David Ayers right now is filming a movie with Brad Pitt outside the country. So like I know that shit's gonna fucking shake him.
Well, can you break down what it means? Because I saw the headlines, but I'm not sure what exactly it means. You can't film outside of the country at all?
Well, you can, but they're gonna give you 100% tax, more
Yeah.
tax. Because I know Europe, like England, like the beekeeper and the one working man, they give money back to the studios if you film in England.
I
So,
see.
which was sucks because you know what, I do feel like the film industry is leaving LA as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it though. Like
I think it's like completely the wrong way. It should.
way
it's,
the-
it's already
yeah.
super hard and super expensive to make a movie.
I just like I hate how he just does like just general like
Yeah.
instead of like okay, there's no like little formula where some people benefit and helps others. It's
Because
just straight just
from my perspective, what the tariffs is doing is just punishing everyone instead of already helping people that are already trying to
Yeah.
make a movie. Because it's already hard enough. We
Yeah.
already spoke to the cast and crew of what is it?
Horchata
Horchata with
with
oat milk.
yeah.
Even they had their hardships, dude. They
Yeah.
paid thousands of dollars for a permit, and then to still get declined
Yeah.
is insane. We need more tax incentives, not tariffs, because there's already people trying to make movies here. Hollywood is dying as it is.
It is. Fool.
Everyone's going to Georgia, and you're trying to punish everyone for doing movies outside of the country.
Gavin Newsom, step it up, homie.
When you're already, we already have enough hardships to make the movies we want to make here.
Yeah, I feel that. And man, California fool is just a shithole when it comes to like politics and the way the money's structured here. And finding out that we're the fourth or fifth now, fourth, right? Fourth strongest economy way. And you know what? We should take pride of that because it's Latino ran,
Yep.
And it's like, damn, like the power of us, fool.
Mm-hmm.
That we're the fourth strongest economy in the fuck. We just beat up Japan, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Japan, but we fuck you over, dog. But yeah, I can't wait till we figure this out, this California thing out, because it's such a great state, and to be so like inflated with all these corruption and mismanaging of money.
Yeah, I just saw there was like a meeting with the you know how the fires happened a few months ago?
Yeah.
There's a meeting with the consultant agency that the mayor hired in order to like fix everything. And so they were asking them simple questions like, give me one example of what you have done to progress the damage that has done. Like, just give me anything to show that you guys are going in the right direction or have done anything at all. And literally, they're just like, "Oh, we don't know what's going on. It's like the quantum." He said a very specific
Oh
word.
God, when did they use that word?
He said
Tomorrow?
a word, and then even the people interviewing him are like, "What does that word even mean? What does it even mean? What you're trying to say? It makes no sense. He's just trying to make up gibberish to make up for the fact that they haven't done anything."
That's wild.
And it turns out that it's already a consulting agency that the mayor has like ties with that she's hired before to do something. And so essentially, and if you want to look at it a certain way, it's just people getting more money to do nothing in Los
To dance around
Angeles.
questions.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
And for me, it just sucks that like Karen Bass, I love when it's people of color are being put in these positions, but I also hate when they, fucking make us look bad, fool. They come unprepared when they're speaking to the public. They look lost. It's like, man, I don't know what's going on with California, dog, but they need to we need to fix this shit like soon. I don't know what would help at this point.
You've seen the black sludge stuff that coming up on their shores?
Yeah.
Every time it rains, there's like black sludge and is known to be toxic. There's already people talking about how the beaches are toxic, the sand is toxic. And there was a guy warning, I think he was like an environmentalist, warning the county not to basically overturn all the sand so that it doesn't mix into the sand. Like there's a topsoil of like all the toxic stuff, and the city just ignored it and just basically just covered up all the toxic stuff.
Oh,
so
shit.
Anytime anyone goes to the beach, their family is ingesting it. They're like touching it. It's on
Yeah.
their skin.
Fuck.
I know, fool. It's just everybody that's not from California, and you know how everybody looks at California for the beaches. Like, dog, that's like the last thing you should be out here for.
No locals here go to the beach.
No
like that,
local.
dog.
If I see when I go to Santa Monica or Venice, when I see people in the beach all having a good time, I'm like, God damn.
You guys got to go to like Newport Beach or something like that. Those are like,
What beach
somewhat
did you
more
go
clean.
to?
I don't go to the beach anymore, dude.
Why? The pale skin? You're like, nah.
I am a lot whiter than I used to be. Yeah, that's for sure. Damn. I don't know. I went to Cal State Long Beach. Only went to the beach a few times.
Oh,
so
Long Beach is not a beach to
yeah.
go to.
Nah, it isn't,
the
fool, it
ports and
isn't.
everything. You can see how black the sand is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not a beach to go to. But I also did go to Santa Monica University before that. Still didn't go to the beach. I'm just not a beach guy.
Hell no. At Santa Monica, you can only go for the pier and just to hang out.
Yeah.
To get drunk and
Dude,
shit.
and the pier used to be so great, dude.
It was back
Oh
then,
my-
man.
Did you ever go to the Twilight series concerts?
No, but I remember that.
Nah.
Oh man, they were so good. You can just go on any day that they were having those concerts. It was like a summer concert. It was like one time on a Thursday, and they would line up like for the next 2 months a show, and then the last show was always something like big.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing some of the best acts there of like people that were just on the come up.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones was Mayor Hawthorne. He does like crooning music, like sort of like smooth
50s.
something like that. It's like that style, but with like a new modern take on it to like dance and party to. The best times of my life, dude. Best parties ever. You would just go there, take the bus or like the train with a few friends, just hang out and go back home on the bus or train. But they got rid of that stuff too. It's like all the good stuff that they're providing us, they just take it away immediately.
There's a curfew there right now in Monica, right?
I haven't been to Santa Monica in years.
There's a
dude.
curfew. I think people were be getting stabbed at the beaches now.
No fucking way.
Yeah, for recently people were getting
I
stabbed.
haven't
Like,
heard of that, dog.
like people that are going there jogging and shit, they're being stabbed and shit.
That's crazy.
So now
There was
that's-
a curfew for a while though.
Well, now they announced it like a few weeks ago. They're like, oh, we're gonna do a curfew.
Because they never used to close the pier before. Remember
They
back in the
wouldn't,
day? Now
fool.
they close it at like at 10 p.m. or something. I don't know.
I didn't even know.
You can't go in there no more past 10 p.m.
Whoa.
on the pier. I remember as a kid, you used to fucking be there all till like 1 a.m., 2
Dude.
a.m.
And then the promenade used to be such a great thing too.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it's
promenade was
dead now.
dope.
You would go there on any
Fuck
given
yeah,
weekend,
bro.
and it was popping.
It was-
There was
yeah.
so many people you can barely walk around, and I heard about so many places closing down now that everything around there is just dying. And I still hear like the rent on something like a restaurant is like $30,000 a month.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to live there with no one going to the Santa Monica Promenade anymore?
It is dead. It is
Yeah.
dead. Last time I went, it was like, damn, nobody out here no more. Last time I went with my kids, I took them to the where the fuck
The Nike?
now the food spot, not at the promenade, but the Grove.
The Grove?
No, but the farmers market. Which one is that?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
On Fairfax,
Yeah.
farmers
yeah,
market.
Forgot.
The Grove, right?
I think it's the Grove, too. Culver City Grove, no?
Not the Culver City. Is I guess wherever the farmers market is at.
Mm.
I love it. I think it's dope. I don't know if you guys ever take your kids there. What for me, I like taking my kids to see LA as a whole. I don't like them to just think of it just like South LA or I like to take them to places to where they could see multicultural people and so to me that's a good spot to go to get some food because they have everybody's food there, everybody's culture in there, and it reminds me of like a Santa Fe Spring Swap Meet, but obviously with better food and a better ambience and shit.
Mm.
I fuck with it. Yeah, let's go. Brandon,
Yeah.
I want to know a little bit more about you. fool.
Dude.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's go, Brandon.
because look, one thing that I fuck with you that you do have your own like likes. You have your own identity. You're not, like similar like every other Latino.
I'm just a
out here.
loner, bro.
Let me know a little bit about your story for growing up.
Damn. Well, I was born in Paramount.
Paramount. Shoo!
Paramount. Born and raised right here in Los Angeles. I actually used to live right on the the railroad tracks
Yeah,
over
yeah.
in Southgate on Independence and
That's where normal lives
Otis.
right now.
Independence and Otis.
Yeah.
right there. There's like a McDonald's across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that very street, dude. I used to live in the garage for years.
Just like pupuseria there, right? That's what Nomo just mentioned, like on Otis and Firestone.
Yeah.
Like a fire pupuseria. I'm probably go check it out.
But yeah, right there on Independence, right in front of the railroad tracks. Get woken up by the train every night, dude. I guess that sort of just gave me a drive to do a little better because obviously, with my mom coming over here at 7. Well, she had me at 17. With her coming over from Mexico at 11, that sort of like set me up to just be better,
And what part of the Mexico?
From Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Yeah, yeah. She, which that's a whole nother story of its own. Because I always liked the story because apparently some cousins of her tried coming for like 2-3 times now. The one time she attempted with them, she was able to cross the border, get over here with like a group of other people. They stayed in a safe house for overnight, and then they got picked up the next day by my grandpa, and then they just got dropped off here in Los Angeles.
Bro, at 11.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
crazy. Man.
So that story always gets me because it's like, damn, like if she was able to do that at 11, like
11.
who moves your entire world or attempts to do anything crazy
At
like
that
that?
age, fool.
And so that's what inspired me to be a part of Cult, dude. I know that we haven't publicly said anything, but like I love being a part of this identity because it's our culture, dude, to be a part of a family that is trying to set something up for their loved ones, for their to care for
So
them.
at the right time, right? At the right time of the industry,
Yeah.
where everything is heading.
This
I
is a
feel
perfect time because legacy media is over.
over.
Legacy, no one's watching the news anymore. No, like the Channel 5 or whatever channel you watch, they're getting less views than a typical streamer on Twitch or YouTube.
Yeah.
You're
now.
seeing all these networks tap in with streamers now because
Yeah.
that's where they have to lean into now.
Yeah, and it's all personality driven.
Exactly.
It's all creator based, and we're even right now switching into a new era of the personal brand. Take an example like Mark Zuckerberg. He's known as a Facebook guy, but now he's created his own personality, his own persona of his own. So
Now he's buffing.
yeah, and
Ready to
so
catch
you have
fades.
to have a following to have influence. You have to be a part of something.
Mhm.
So even you, like you can say you're doing that right now. You are Prime God
Yeah.
right now. That's your personal brand, but
Yeah.
you're also CEO of Cult Media. You're doing all the content. You're doing Cult Media News. So that's just all part of the infrastructure that we're building up to create something that'll be meaningful in the long run. So, so going back to me, like I said, is I just watch a lot of TV, watch a lot of content. Filmmaker. I went to film school.
Yeah, you did.
Which
That's how I met you, right? I met you like in that space.
yeah, we were filming some content for a brand at the time.
No free shout outs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but creating content around brands and just being seen is the new meta now. You just gotta be putting yourself out there, showing your personality, having your takes out there for people to see. Because especially now, there's an even bigger shift in being comfortable or assertive in your own ideas.
You
because
have to be, dog.
people are talking to AI for hours at a time.
People are looking for something that's fucking authentic and real,
and
dog.
they need confirmation in their
You're right.
ideas, in
Yeah,
their
exactly.
thoughts, because there's a lot of insecurity, and that's primarily driven through social medias and stuff, especially kids that are younger. So we're at a good moment right now for ourselves because we are adults, and AI is coming at us with us already having all this knowledge.
Experience too.
But just like our parents, they didn't have experience with phones and
Right.
computers and stuff. We have to teach them.
Yep.
Our children are gonna have to do that eventually in the future, where we're gonna fall behind on AI. I'm
Shit,
sure
they already are.
I'm sure
fool.
we're gonna see the first integrated AI human person in their chip in the next few years.
sure. Severance.
So yeah, that's why I want to be a part of the voice that is creating all this culture, the curating the front line for people to be seen in Los Angeles. Because Los Angeles is a big city.
It is.
We make up half the population, and I'm not seeing enough people in positions to make the rules and stuff that'll benefit us. So I just want to be a part of this, So I'm hoping to bring my creative knowledge, my skills,
Yep.
my I'm behind the computer a lot. I have a lot of analytical skills, so I hope to be able to use those to grow cult media alongside.
And you have. Well, I've noticed all the little details that you
He's
do.
been helping make it official, dog. Looking at a website with my picture, I'm like, oh
yeah,
shit,
you
that's
tighten
crazy.
it down,
dog.
like-
Fine tuning everything.
A
man.
website
fine.
makes a lot of things official, man.
It does,
Yeah.
fool. It does.
Yeah, and websites are like a long-term game. Websites will allow you to just get a lot of things and a momentum that'll grow into a successful business. Because you can have all the social medias, and it'll be all be taken in an instant. Everyone freaked out over
That's true.
TikTok, and even in that time, I was telling people that were worrying about it. Hey, like just get all the analytics right on your website. Get your social media to link all to your website, because the website is where you control your analytics, control the audience, the people that you have a connection to,
Yep.
and in creating an email list where people will be able to
Very
follow
important.
your direct
You
message.
saw people freaking out, like, go follow me here, go follow me there,
Yeah.
because they thought they were gonna lose everything, dog.
Yeah.
So it's
And
important to have
people-
those things.
People are very linked to their socials. So the moment your social media account is gone,
You're
we've,
obsolete.
we've seen a lot of them die
Yeah.
in our lifetime. Google Plus was a thing. I don't know if you guys ever
I
heard of
remember that back
Yeah,
in
I
the
remember that. I was
That
in there.
died. Vine died.
Vine died. Vine was
Uh,
crazy.
I don't know what other social medias, but Snapchat is not as used as much in the people I know.
That's where the freaks are at.
Yeah.
So it's all about just being able to control your own space, and your website is your own space. So luckily, I that's all I do. I'm on the website all day, being able to see who interacts with us. You can see all types of people that visit your website, how long they stay on there, how they interact with your website, and what they end up leaving. So that just gives you a lot of opportunity to see what type of person is fucking with your content, essentially.
Yeah.
So that's gonna give us a lot of momentum.
And also, I appreciate you kind of like guiding us with analytics of what we should do, what topics we should do, and because all that matters. For
Yeah.
all of that, everything is analytical in this media space.
Yeah,
To be able to understand that and use it to your advantage
yeah.
is what's gonna separate us from the next person.
Yeah, because the thing about social medias is like people want to blame algorithms for not being able to get a lot of views and stuff, but really you're just fighting against people's attention spans. And all you got to be able to do is provide value or be entertaining, and you got to do it quick.
You gotta be quick.
You got to be really quick. The first 2 seconds of a video is probably the most important 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
And it sucks because you see people putting all their time into creating a video to them it's a masterpiece, and then it gets no views, and then they get sour within themselves, and they start creating these false enemies. Like, nobody fucks with my shit, but my shit's hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, it must be the algorithms. It must be something like that. But yeah, I think a lot of it's realizing that you gotta catch your people attention.
Quick,
man.
yeah. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, even in music, phone. Like people, you have like 5 seconds before you skip.
You can't do no more intro beats. Fool. You gotta start
Oh,
rapping from the
hell
beginning,
nah.
dog. No more
Yeah.
fucking long intro beats, dog.
Musicians
Yeah.
actually have like the best opportunity right now, but they also have to just be willing to put in the work too. Because I've had people come up to me and be like, "Hey, I make music. I want to be doing stuff." But the reality is, if you're a musician or any type of artist, you got to be a content creator first.
You have to.
You are literally combating the attention spans of other people trying to just scroll online.
Because what you see with musicians, they'll have one song that goes viral and they have nothing to follow up with.
Yeah.
And then they get lost in that, and then they just
Yeah.
they dwindle back down.
Yep.
Yeah. Remember,
crazy.
remember that one guy, the TikTok guy, Tommy. How did that song go? Well, it got like super viral.
All
and
the
then,
rich.
yeah,
Oh,
Rich,
Tommy.
yeah.
He's on Brent Files label, I think.
Yeah.
Oh
Dude,
shit, I didn't know that.
he blew up on TikTok, and then he sort of like denied that side of him,
I know.
and he didn't put the song on the album.
He
did not
didn't.
put the song on the album.
Because he let pressure get to him.
Yeah,
And those
Yeah.
numbers would have fucking added so much to his album, dog.
Yeah,
That's
and also
crazy.
for him to say, "Oh, I'm not hip hop." It's
Yeah.
like, bro,
Mhm.
come
that's
on.
crazy. Man.
Yeah.
That was a slap to the fucking culture, fool.
Yeah.
I hate when people do that. Like, "Oh, I'm not. Don't put me in a box. I'm not hip hop." I'm like, damn. And ever since then, it's been kind of like on the low. Once people, because that was a great song. I fuck with that song. Was
It's a
it? Was it
great-
AI?
It's a good home.
No,
Because there was a big discussion about that. Was it AI? Was it AI? What was it?
for real?
Yeah,
he has a
I remember
crazy vocal range, that's for sure.
yeah. But he did it again, so it's like people go like, "No, it's him."
He had like a good 3-4 songs on that album too. So it's like, damn, he just needed that one song because the social media apps are like moving music, dude. They're
Yep.
what sells everything.
TikTok is
So
what
if
sells
you can
everything.
get a viral song just like he did and just package it in a certain way, hopefully put it
But
in
it's
your
funny because
album.
people wanted the gritty version. People were saying don't overmix it because on the TikTok the bass was like over super loud, super
Yeah.
killing. People wanted that version. They wanted that raw version. So it's crazy to see that too. That
Demoitis.
yeah, demoitis is crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy because I
demoitis.
mean perfectionism with music right now doesn't matter as much as everything else does.
It doesn't. I
Have
think,
you guys
like,
tried making AI music with an app or anything?
I've been around someone that tried it. It was weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. You just basically tell it what to do, and it'll make a song. So like, I have someone in the family that just graduated from boot camp for the army, and he was like the Iron Soldier, right?
yeah.
Which is like you're the number one physical guy in your entire group.
Oh shit. Latino.
Yeah,
Sure. Fire.
yeah. I'll be sure to add a photo later.
Yeah, for sure.
And then my mom's like, "Oh, I want to make a song for him." So she puts it in AI, and he is the Iron Soldier. And dude, this sounded so good.
Yeah.
It sounded so good. And he's like, "And he's an Iron Soldier," and I'm like,
She
"Damn."
gave his soul and shit.
Oh man, it was so good. I'm like, damn, I can listen to that on the radio or something.
Yeah.
That's how good it is. And it was all AI driven. All she had to do is basically go on like ChatGPT and be like, hey, help me write this song, write the lyrics, and then the app itself would make the music. And it was phenomenal, dude.
Wait, you showed your mom ChatGPT or
Nah, she keeps up
Oh,
with
that's
it. Yeah.
crazy.
My
No,
mom,
that's dope.
Hey,
That's
like I said,
crazy.
17 years
Yeah,
when she had me. So we grew up together too, dude.
That's
She-
crazy.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, you know
that's
what?
crazy to think about because
That
that's so
is
true,
true,
dog.
way.
That's
That
so
is true.
fucking true, fool.
yeah.
That
You guys
is
have like
true.
a different connection than most kids to moms.
Yeah, pretty much. So, and then my uncles are my age, and which are her brothers. So it's like the dynamic is basically
yeah.
we're all just brothers and sisters to a degree.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into topics. We have the double XL freshman for 2025. We had some.
Is it official?
It's not official, but they have a couple. I think always the 10th spot is always like the fan vote, and I think Peso, Lefty Gunplay, D Baby, Zoe Zama, and 310 Baby made it to the to fill in the 10th spot.
But you don't think some of these deserve not to be on this like vote thing? I think 310. I don't know. Do you think
310 Baby has a fucking record right
that's
now.
what I'm saying? Just the record alone holds them to be in the top 9. No,
Yeah, I think
Before
so
the 10th
too. Yeah,
spot?
I really do. I really feel 310 Baby. Shout out to 310 Baby who hit
You had him at-
dope
oh,
as
shit, yeah.
dope as act. When I met him, we shot him.
He's
up,
personable character.
personable
Yeah,
character,
huh.
cool as fuck when the camera cuts, still talking regular. Shout out to 310 Baby. Peso keeps doing it. So
That new song with AZ Chike, fool. I like that direction he's
dope.
going. I think Peso's at a specific moment in his career where I think he has to kind of shift what he raps
I
about.
feel like
He needs more,
upbeat.
just a little bit more up pop material, bro. I think a little bit.
He needs more of the upbeat style.
Yeah, for
fool.
sure.
Like,
That sounded
it
hard.
helps- That
Yeah.
sounded super hard. Like
Yeah,
fuck,
For
Peso.
sure.
Shout out to Peso. Out of the Latinos, Peso, Lefty Gunplay, D Baby, who would you say deserves it the most?
Out of is
The
D Baby
Latinos.
Latino?
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not-
he's from Texas.
Yeah, I'd give it to Peso, dude.
Peso easily. I feel like Peso has been the one with the better visuals, with the better music. Lefty Gunplay, not so much.
I like this new track. Did you hear his new track? Like I think a week ago to me.
Peso?
Yeah, no, Lefty.
I heard it. Yeah,
I like him on that kind of beat. It's like an old school, early 2000s kind of beat. So I think he could definitely tap into more music like that too.
I'm not a fan of his affiliate, not affiliation, but his partnership with what's his name, Jason Martin, which is Problem.
Okay, yeah.
I don't like that. I feel like it's a little dated.
Yeah?
Like Lefty Gunplay's music sounds a little dated to me. Like it's not in the same RPM. I don't know. Just something is off. I don't really fuck with it. D Baby dropped the album and it hit top 10 on the iTunes charts. Shout out to him from Texas. But I do think Peso, he's the one.
Yeah, I agree.
He's the one visually, stylistically, fashionable. He's the one that got the most recognition from the Kendrick album. Because I know Tyler, the creator, tapped in. Kendrick, I think Kendrick's going to give that for a verse too. For maybe his new shit, but shout out to Peso. I think Peso's the one that deserves it. 310 Baby should not be there. He should already be
I think so, dude.
part of the actual freshman list.
That fool was in high school when his Hunger
He
viral.
did, fool.
He was about to graduate.
He was, man.
That's
Shout out
crazy.
to 310 Baby, the dope ass record too. The ghetto song.
Yeah.
I like the remixing of old records that's happening right now.
You think
Like,
so? I think it's a little.
I like it, fool. I like that like it's almost like not letting those records get forgotten. Just like
Yeah.
how us listening to Biggie. Do we records that were already hits in the 70s, 80s? So I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
What's the year where you cap it at? Like 2012, 2013?
2010 when Drake came out.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think Drake
I think that's valid.
would be the yeah.
No one will disagree.
No, but I think that's kind of like the new generation. Drake kind of ushered in after Kanye. It was Drake,
Yeah.
and then Kendrick, J. Cole, and everybody
sure.
started coming out.
Yeah, I agree.
But
with
shit, shout out to that. What else we got?
This is a fan vote, right? For this
It's a
XFL?
fan vote,
Who do you
yeah.
think would win it just based on their fan base?
Based on numbers, I
Fan
want to
base.
say
that. I think Peso, fool.
Peso.
You think so?
Peso has a good
He's like
following.
favorited
fool.
right now, you know?
So shout out to Saul Zama, South Central for representative for sure.
Shout out
But I
Zama.
think Peso is the only one that's doing his own tour still. He's selling out shows on his own.
He also has a younger generation.
Younger
That's
generation.
more willing to tap in and shit, right?
And he's a wise kid. He's 19, 20 years old, but he's a very, 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 very wise kid. What else we got? Let me see. Let's tap into the. What you guys think about I don't know. Amazon already stepped back, but Amazon said they were going to start displaying the cost of the tariffs on items, but then they backed off on it, right? Once they got pressed by the MAGA gang.
I don't think it was never confirmed though, right?
It was never confirmed.
I think it was confirmed for like their wholesale site, which is something different than
Oh,
outside
okay,
just regular
okay.
site.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it
because I
just-
don't know how they would be able to
Yeah, 'cause they
display
code.
that. There's so many third-party
yeah.
sellers. Like, how would
Yeah.
they do it for them too? They would have to know their price.
I mean, what benefit does it have? Or, you know,
It doesn't unless the price is up. If the price is up, it'd be like, oh, I'm not gonna buy it because the price is up. But if it goes down, I think there's just a lot of things that kind of fucking.
Yeah, maybe it was just a way to be like, sort of present them as a little political by saying, "Hey, like."
Because if you say prices are up because the tariffs are up, when the
Yeah.
tariffs goes down, the price has to go down.
Yeah.
So if the price doesn't go down, it's like,
But
yo,
man,
what
the
fuck?
tariffs are making a lot of problems because
Yup.
I work with e-commerce brands, and obviously
Yeah.
everything is from China. No
Yeah,
matter
dude.
who
Yeah.
or
My
what you buy
brand-
from, everything is from China. It's hurting people,
Yeah,
dude.
where I work,
really
it's hurting a lot.
sucks.
We developed a lot of like
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, fool.
stuff out there that is designed out there in China and like
Mhm.
created in China, and it's definitely affecting the price increase of those things on
Yeah.
the website.
I know a company that went from making $1 million a month to 50,000.
Yeah,
Like that drastic.
it'll do that. Yeah, the
I'm like,
margins
fuck.
margins are not big. You know, a lot of times companies are working with like 10%
Exactly,
margins.
bro. So any little movement there
Yeah.
fucks the whole
And
boat.
it's like the costs are set. So typically you want to have like a 30% cost.
Yeah, that's
margin.
normally 30, 40.
As soon as you double it, then all the profit's gone. You're losing with every sale. It
Yeah.
sucks. It really is.
Yeah, this whole thing with the tariffs, it just seems sloppy the way they're rolling it out. Even though I do like that we gotta hold certain countries accountable for the trades. In my opinion, like China should be giving us incentives because we buy everything China for. I
Yeah.
feel like China should be giving back to us. They have a lot of money. China has a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
I think China should be giving us as consumers a look. We all have fucking what's it called, plastic in our brains at this point, fool.
Have you seen how advanced their cities are?
Yeah.
Every time I see a
Whoa.
video of China, it's like, oh, they have a super advanced technology. You can go up to a kiosk,
And also
it'll read your face.
cities that are not even like known popular, meaning
Yeah.
like they're not the Shanghai's,
Mhm.
the like they're not the biggest cities, but they're also like there's cities that aren't unknown. They're going viral on TikTok that people never heard of,
Yeah.
but they're super technology, super beautiful. The infrastructure, the buildings are different. Man, they're super advanced.
That's the difference when you invest in infrastructure,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Because when I went to Japan a few years ago, everything was beautiful. Everything was clean. Everything was up to date.
What part of Japan?
The Tokyo, Kyoto,
Yeah.
and Nagoya. So we went to like 3 different places. Everything was so nice, and everything. And, you know, they have their rural places, and then they have their like every basic city is super advanced. And then you come back here, and it's like we're supposed to be the greatest
Yeah.
country on earth,
Yeah,
and
I
like
know.
Yeah.
nothing in infrastructure. We're hitting a pothole every day,
Yep.
especially here in LA.
It's fucking wild.
Potholes
dude.
It's
everywhere.
the worst, fool.
So it's like, man, we can't even get what is that? The speed row that we've been trying to get to San Francisco for years now, or something like that. That's costing billions and billions of dollars. It's tough out here.
Yeah. We are falling behind in the world when it comes to like New York and LA. They're just falling behind. Fool. Do you think it's justifiable by raising the prices of everything, or you feel like it's more of a government thing, not investing in the
It's
community?
100% just not being invested into our community. Because again, I just brought up how we just gave a consulting agency $10 million to fix whatever issues with the fires and all the toxic damage that's happened, and still we have too many examples like that here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And I heard that there was like only like 3 people that were allowed to rebuild right now so far. Like less than a handful for people are able to rebuild right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think even that's applying pressure to I know like in Pasadena, a lot of people are like not being able to build, so they have to sell their home. They have to sell their property for
fucking
purpose.
crazy, bro.
Yeah,
So man, and I know like the black community of Pasadena, they're like going through it.
yeah.
Like, they feel like they're gonna lose
Generations of
there,
ownership,
yeah,
dog.
like-
Generations of
Yeah,
ownership. Bro. It's
and-
crazy.
and
They
the
also-
culture that they develop at Pasadena with the black community there. And,
You're kind of splitting that up too. Yeah, it's crazy.
it's just crazy for I don't know, because I do feel like when they say everything's getting pricey in LA, my mentality was always, well, of course we have to keep up with the rest of the world, but at the same time that money is not being spent well, meaning like our tax paying money is not being put in the teachers, it's not being put in the society. Everything's fucked up. Everything is fucked up. The streets have gotten dirty, fool.
Teachers have to pay for their own products.
Teachers,
dude.
we had not teachers. We're paying for the products, meaning like where the kids get a
Parents,
list.
bro.
The kids get a list, right? Oh, wipes and paper towels, and we're like glad to do it, but it just sucks that the teachers have to ask the parents for that. It just sucks how
What do you think about them going against PBS? Fool?
who's going against PBS?
The government, no? They're cutting funding for like PBS and like
Oh,
public
shit.
radio too, dog. NPR, I think.
NPR, yeah.
That's crazy, fool.
Damn.
I think it's going backwards, dog, as a country.
We are going backwards. They're just trying to cut funding to make their like, oh, we saved this, but like, did you really save it, or you're making the society worse? It's kind of like where it's at too. Like, it's fucked up. I don't know, dog. It's just I don't know. I don't even know what to think no more about this politics shit because they're trying to make us feel like they're doing something better with numbers, but at the same time they're fucking up like everything that's been built so far.
Do you regret voting for Trump?
I did not vote for Trump. I
Almost had him.
but I
Every
do
episode.
regret voting for the Democrats. Fool. I do regret voting for these dumbass Democrats. And you know who I would like for it to run for president? AOC. I know people hate her, but I'm like, you give this fucking dumbass fool a shot twice. When I give somebody
I
that
think Trump winning office opens the doors for like
does.
fucking
It does.
anybody, dog. I swear to God.
it
dog, I
does.
don't
You know what? Yeah,
It's
you're
crazy.
right. I might go for the mayor for the LA mayor. I might, fool. Just might. Can you go if you're not born here?
Yeah.
You can't. Only
I
the
think
president.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was.
You're right.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
You're right. Fuck it. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, it's crazy, dog. All right.
Hey, before we move forward, let's go on a little break.
Oh yeah.
Gotta use the restroom.
I
All right, go
agree.
for it. Go for it.
Oh shit!
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Shout out to Cinco de Mayo. Hey, what you guys feel about how do you guys feel about how the country's embracing the Cinco de Mayo traditions of our Mexican culture?
It's like not even that important to Mexicans.
It's not.
bro, it's never been important to us,
It's
bro.
never been important to us.
Yeah.
When is our Independence Day? Like June or something?
It's
Or
September 16.
Yeah.
September 16. I don't know. You know me. I fuck with it. I like it because it continued to raise the flag up. We are just so super trendsetters at this the last couple of years that it just fits right that everybody celebrates. Everybody threw a party, fool. Everyone threw a party that I know. Like black, brown, white. Everybody had their gatherings and I think it's fire. I think it's dope. I appreciate it, even though it's only for the Battle of Puebla. But it still, regardless, gives us props.
SZA with the flags on the
SZA with the
stage.
flag. Shout out to
SZA.
fucking SZA. Shoot.
Yo, shout out SZA, bro.
Yeah,
True
she did it
supporter.
right. You know what? I was waiting for people to be like, oh, she's not respecting the flag. I was waiting for that. Because you know how there's rules.
yeah.
Oh, don't do this, don't do that. But like, come on, bro. Like, people get too fucking picky with that shit. But shout out to SZA showing us
You know what's
love.
funny? I saw that video. I'm like, why does she have flags? I didn't even remember it was Cinco de Mayo, dog.
I don't even.
I was like,
either.
are they performing in Mexico? What is this? But then I realized
yeah.
it was Cinco de Mayo.
Hey,
I feel like
Did
it's more popular in the society, more
For
to
sure.
everybody else than Mexicans.
Did she come up with the flags, or someone gave her the flags?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because I read a comment on
Because it was two.
Yeah,
I don't think somebody gave her the flag.
'cause it was two.
She's doing the East Coast tours right now. I don't think somebody from that part of town would.
It was Philly. I think it was Philly.
Philly,
Philadelphia.
Hey man, we got Mexicans everywhere.
We do.
Yeah,
Hey,
but,
no, that's true.
Yeah, we do. But I feel like I don't know. Maybe she came out with it. I don't know. It just seemed like she did because she had two, right?
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
him.
shout out to it. But shout out to it. Says, man, what do you guys think about Cinco de Mayo? Did you guys celebrate it? What you guys do for Cinco de Mayo?
I didn't do
That's
it.
a
You
little
guys put on your little hats and your little taco shit. So,
Nah, this year was kind of boring though, to be honest.
It was
Like
a
I didn't
Monday,
even
though,
hear
right?
anybody about
Yeah.
carne asadas, no drinking, none of that.
yeah, I feel like, from my perspective, I saw a lot of people celebrate it.
You did?
Yeah, even back on Feja Taquero at their fucking live stream.
Mm.
So people have taken it beyond just Mexicans and they appreciate it. They do appreciate it, and I'm glad that they're hiring Latinos to Latino businesses for that. So shout out to everybody celebrating Cinco de Mayo. I don't give a fuck if it's not Mexican Independence Day, but shit, I watched the Canelo fight, so it was cool.
Hey,
Boring as fuck,
It
bro.
was
Boring
fucking
as fuck.
boring, dog.
Man.
What
Canelo
the
fight was
fuck?
boring, and I regret paying for that.
I'm
shit,
glad I
fool.
didn't pay for it, dog.
paid
I'm
for
glad I
it.
fucking streamed
Hey,
it, dog.
I think that Munguia fight was better than
That
the
Munguia
Canelo
fight
It
one.
was
dope, fool.
better.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
fool-
Even
the
the
other
Ryan
fool-
Garcia fight the night before.
what
Oh,
a
the night before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't watch Ryan Garcia. Anything Ryan
Hey,
Garcia.
who won that one, right?
Well, he
Nah,
lost.
fool,
Oh, he lost it?
he got rocked again.
Rolly Rolex.
At this point, let's throw away Ryan Garcia, fool.
Yeah,
He's
disown
not
him,
even like,
fool.
get out of here with your, I don't know. At this point, he's like a Jake Paul to me. Mine is the cool factor. At least Jake Paul to me, he's cool. Ryan Garcia is annoying as fuck now. He's one of those fucking Bible thumpers.
Chillon, all
Yeah,
that
you know,
shit,
like get
fool.
the shit out of here with that weak ass shit. But shout out to Canelo making those $80 million. There's a lot of haters. Man, fuck a Canelo hater. Fool. I see a lot of Canelo haters, dog. Like, oh, well, he's not, dog. Let the homie make his money. He's not gonna be young forever, dog. Like, just like Mayweather make his money, let the homie make his money. Let him make his $1 billion. You know. At the end of the day, like, why should he give everybody a fight? That's stupid, dog. Let them level up first before you give them a fight. Like, why are you gonna be making paydays for people? Make a payday for yourself. Make it easier for you. Who gives a fuck? I think he's well established. His career is up there where you can't say shit about him. Let the homie get paid. Let the raza get paid, fool. Shout out to him. And what I do love about him that he puts, like, even the order that he brings out in his fight, he always puts the culture forward for, like, Luis
No,
Conriquez.
for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So, you know what I was tripping out about the fight? It was at what, 7 in the morning?
Over
6
there,
in the morning?
their time.
And you could tell, though.
Crazy.
You
could
could
tell?
tell. You could tell,
couldn't
because
tell.
it was like, the energy wasn't so crazy. But that's also Saudi Arabia, too.
Yeah, it's
So,
different. I expected that because it was just Saudi Arabia.
And I was like,
but-
damn. And
Hey,
so,
whose song was he singing?
the Luis Conriquez.
It was his own song?
The new song, he has like a rap song que se llama Soy Mexicano.
He lip synced that shit, right? He wasn't really
course.
singing. Yeah, I was like, why even? I'll just come
Yeah.
out next to him.
I think at this point, the only one that people now not lip syncing is SZA and Kendrick, right? Everybody else lip syncs. Fool.
Yeah, no.
But
I didn't fuck with that.
shout out to Luis Conriquez doing it up for the culture. Shout out for the once again for the culture just winning, and I appreciate that. You know, we're doing it and everything. You know, but
You guys
what
think the
else?
Crawford fight's gonna be good or no?
Yeah, hell yeah. Who
Looking
do
forward to that
you
one.
go for?
Canelo fool.
Canelo.
Yeah.
All day, dog. I'm a big Canelo fan. Growing up, fool.
Yeah, me too. But I think it's been a known thing in the last few years not to buy the fights because you know they're not gonna be that good no more.
Yeah, nah.
I think it's been like a known thing.
I buy it because I'm tired of the streaming thing. So you know when you bootleg it, it's always some weird shit happening. Like the inconvenience of it all is, man, fuck it. Fucking tax write off.
Shit, I should.
That's true. That's true. for
Hey, I
you.
did a content, homie. I did a tweet. Right?
Yep.
I watched it for that.
Yo, I posted on my story for that's content, homie.
At what point do you think it's time for Canelo to retire
What the
and let
fuck?
somebody else pull it?
What do you mean retire and let somebody else pull up?
I mean, you don't think he's gone through that whole roster? This was a champion already. Like, do I want to keep seeing him fight mediocre guys?
like who else should be up?
Find somebody, you know?
Why is his job to find somebody?
No, not him personally, but I'm just saying the next person to take the shine for Mexicans.
No,
and
you
shit.
gotta take it. You gotta earn it.
Yeah, I think it's
They're
gonna be
not-
hard.
they're
I,
not
I
gonna
think
give
it's a
it to
big
you, fool.
roadmap to get to somewhere Canelo's level,
Yeah,
dog. I think it's a
fool.
big roadmap. So that's the hard part about that shit, you know?
I don't know. I don't think he should retire anytime soon. I think he should
Just keep
continue
going?
making that. You know, he should push forward or what De La Hoya did and go beyond. Now, hopefully he takes that road eventually where he becomes a promoter and does things better than De La Hoya because De La Hoya has been on some weird shit too. And yeah, I hopefully he does that. He pushes more professionalism because he's more of a professional.
Yeah.
He's more about the craft.
Authentic Mexican fool. Like
Authentic
fucking,
Mexican.
Yeah.
I love seeing his mom at his fights. I love what he raps about. I love that he's always, no matter what, raps us. From,
Yeah, dude, he's very
It's a
traditional, dog. I
fuck.
like how traditional he is, dog. He's not like about fucking being caught on the vlog or something, like being
Yeah.
doing something fucked up or something
Or
like.
flashy.
Yeah, exactly,
He's
dude.
not that flashy like that. But
No.
yeah, he has his things, but he doesn't like. It doesn't let him define who he is. Shout out to Canelo. Shout out to fucking Jalisco. Always doing it up. And shout out to the culture. But definitely Canelo in 10 with Crawford. Because Crawford is smaller, right?
Yeah, you could tell when they met right there in the ring too.
Yeah, he's smaller. So I
I
want
think
to
he's
say
moving
10.
up weight class. He's moving
He
up
is
weight class
two
too.
weight
Yeah,
classes,
two weight
right?
classes too. To fight Canelo.
But shout out to
Damn.
Crawford. He deserves that shot. And what else we got? We got. Okay, let's talk about Duno. Duno got a lot of backlash. No, he didn't get a lot of backlash. He responded to a certain whack ass podcaster who said that black community holds Mexican rappers back from elevating and kind of like blowing up. Like they're holding us back. They let us go, blow up
Bless
to a
you.
certain point, and then they just keep us there. What do you guys think about that?
I don't think they owe us anything, dog. Us Mexicans, us Latinos in rap, they don't owe us anything.
I
And
agree.
I think what Duno got backlash on was because he slipped up and he said something about Tupac, but I think his narrative was a good one from the beginning. Like
Yeah.
these podcasters, all they do is stir up drama, and they always pitch blacks against browns just to fucking, because that's the main thing to go to, and that creates views and virality at the end of the day. So, yeah, I don't think the blacks owes anything in regards
They
to
don't.
hip hop music.
I feel like we don't have rappers that are to the level of a Drake,
Yeah.
of a Kendrick, of a J. Cole. We don't have. We have good rappers, but they're not that good, fool. They're not making great music. They're making okay music. If you go through all of them, they have okay music. No. I don't want to offend nobody, but the music that you guys, all Latinos, I want to put it on all the Latino rappers, even Mexican OT. You guys are dope, but still not at the level of a Kendrick, J. Cole, Kanye. Who else is top right now? Shit, and then, in my opinion, the only one that's made it to that level of creating that type of music is Tekashi 69. And I know he got a lot of backlash for his snitching thing, but he made it to the. He didn't let nothing stop him. So I just feel it's lazy. It's a lazy take to feel like the black community is holding us back. I thought, no, you're holding us back because your homies are whack ass rappers. You guys fucking support whack ass music. You never catch me at these Chicano rap fucking shows, because they have trash ass audio, trash ass shows, and trash ass music, dog. That's why I don't go. I don't spend my money in any of these Chicano rappers shows because they don't give you that value. They just show up and lip sync over their fucking whack ass records. But I think it's a whack ass take. I think it's a lazy take, and I'm tired of podcasters that are not even from the fucking culture of the city that they want to speak on how we should be moving. Like, dog, you live like 2 hours away in the middle of nowhere. You don't know what the fuck is going on over here. But for what I see is a lot of raza and black community, a lot of raza and black rappers helping each other out right now.
Yeah.
Right? You see a lot of AC Chike and Peso. You see 310 Baby with this rap with Shoreline Mafia.
Yeah, and these conversations hold us back at the end of the day. I think there's a lot of black and brown love, and these conversations just fucking from these people just hold us back, you know?
And especially from these people that are not even from the culture, they're podcasters in the middle of nowhere, dog. And it's whack that the community takes those takes and paints us all in the same thing. It's like, man, this was never been in Compton, South Central, Watts, to the actual city to see that there's love out here. You know, and then they'll get their little prison take or perspective and then try to paint us in the same. Nah, homie, you guys are whack. Chicano rappers, a lot of them are whack. Most of them are whack, and they're not making music. They're not making timeless music. They're making music for only their community. They're not making international music. They're not making music for the masses. They're just making it for the fucking hood for the most part.
Yeah.
And they think that music is gonna bubble up out of the California. It's not. It's not. So, my opinion, like, we're the strongest right now as a whole, black and brown, and let's continue doing that. And fuck all these whack ass podcasters that are never gonna go nowhere with their $500 rent. Get the fuck out of here, dog. That's what I gotta say.
Damn.
And shout out to the fucking beavers in the chat.
Shout out to the
Damn,
babies.
very specific.
All right, I want to talk about Rancho Humilde. Jimmy Humilde, to be exact. He got a lot of backlash because he made some merch with a collaboration with another company, and they used Chalino's image and some of the sweatpants and stuff. And I believe Chalino's family sued, and then Jimmy Humilde kind of like dissed him in a way. he called them what's it called, bitches, like or money hungry bitches or something like that.
Oh, bitch ass fools.
Oh, bitch ass fools, don't allegedly, yeah. And my opinion, I felt it was a little lazy of Jamie O'Meara to just say that, and also like, dog, you're a multi-million
You should know
dollar
better, dude.
CEO, one of our leaders. You know better than to like use somebody's image without the proper legalities of it. Come on, dog. Come on, you're not new to this game.
Also, I mean, you're on a phone call on a podcast. You should know better. I think also the podcast fucked up by putting that out, but also I think you should have been more careful with saying those kind of things on the podcast.
Yeah, I think it was.
And he said, I think he came out and said that he wasn't regarding Charlino's family, he was regarding their people. But I think it's still, you know what comes with using an image of someone that was famous, dude.
Obviously.
As a business owner, you know what comes with that. You know?
And I think now he's blaming it on the company that he collabed with.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're going to use somebody's likeness, dog, you know it comes with legalities that you got to clear. Yeah. And shout out to the Charlino family. You know, they want money, you know. They're gonna want somebody using their father's legacy
in the right way.
In the right way. Do them in the right way. Do it with the right people. Make sure that they get paid as well. But shout out to Jimmy O'Meara. You're gonna continue being the leader of the community here in LA. So let that be a lesson for everybody to like let's do things the right way.
They would have sold anyways.
They would have sold anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and that's the thing. We regard Jimmy as that. A leader for us, so it was kind of like a little hurtful to see him.
Yeah, Jimmy, you're better than that.
Because
Jimmy.
we see him that way. We see him as a leader.
We hold you up there, Jimmy. So
exactly.
I know. Shout out to JB. He follows us. He's also his business partner. No shots to you guys. We hold you guys up here. So we expect you guys to move accordingly, dog. Because you guys are paving the way for the rest of us, and I just felt it was kind of distasteful to even use those words. And also, man, I don't know about how. Even Brown Bag like pushing those clips out there because
that's the other thing because that could have been edited out.
That could have been edited out.
Yeah,
I think it's whack. But shout out to the culture. What else we got? Let me see. Anything else that we missed? Any other topics you want to speak on? What's that?
The 100 men versus gorillas.
Yes. Okay.
I've been seeing so much shit out there.
I've seen so much fucking research and like fucking data analytics on what fool, it's crazy.
What's your take on that? Do you feel 100 men could take down a silverback, not a regular gorilla, a silverback gorilla?
Dude, from the beginning I've said no. I don't know if y'all gonna judge me. I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong here.
But I feel like if it's selective.
Because people are saying if you're creative and you're strategic, you can take it down.
You could take it down, fool.
But 100 people are not going to be that strategic, fool.
Well, I'm saying if you put the right people with the right height,
so then that
becomes
so much to think about, or in what position are we? Are we like out somewhere in the field? Like, do we have access to stuff? Like,
and what type of people too?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There's just so much to delve into.
Like, no offense, if you have 100, I want to say. No offense.
Sounds offensive.
What about like think of Squid Games? It's sort of like a myriad of like a ton of people.
No.
Like you got your grandma and then you got some youngins over there.
It's possible if it's done with athletic people of a certain build, certain height. I think it's doable. I think it's doable for 100 people to take down one silverback gorilla. All you gotta do, fool, is just fucking
dirty. You gotta be dirty.
Poke his fucking eyeball out. Bah.
You gotta be dirty for sure.
Find a way to just, or fucking stick it in the asshole or something, fool. Something crazy. And it's doable. It's doable.
How many people are sacrificed in your scenario?
He'll go through
at least 50, fool.
Nah, at least 75. Fool.
Damn. And you think the last 25 will take him?
Yeah, I
That's
think so.
crazy. You're 25 versus one gorilla.
My opinion,
after they tire him out,
well, he will be smashing people's skulls, right?
Yeah, easy, fool. Easy.
I think with the right, like I said, the right fucking hand on the fucking eyeball, fool, yank it out. I think they could take him out.
Man, my favorite part about this whole discussion is just how far people have taken it just from like the realistic side. You got your like outside takes like, oh, just me and the gorilla, I'll take him on, and they're like, oh, what are you gonna do? It's like, don't worry about it. And then like they're like, just put me in there and see what, and then we'll, that's the only way we're gonna distract him. I gotta go in there.
Clip my boy, clip him.
Like, what if you had 100 Vikings?
Hey, man,
big ass fools. There's some big ass fools out there.
True.
They could do damage. I think if you're gonna so just generalize, let me get a batch of just. Nah, I will stay away from the Americans. Too many fat motherfuckers.
Definitely stay away from the Americans, dog.
But yeah, I think it was a funny take. I feel like I saw a bunch of AI videos
Yeah, me too,
drafted
bro.
and shit.
And then they took it further with like a million fucking people against like 10,000 gorillas just to make it. Even
Oh yeah,
further.
they flipped it.
You seen
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah.
man, I love that stuff.
I saw another clip of a gorilla doing push-ups.
And those silverbacks are crazy.
Oh, yeah.
bro. Like especially the full-grown ones, the Congo ones, man.
Damn, dude.
Wow, like damn, this was do damage.
You
and
ever
shit.
seen people try to do like tug of war with animals and stuff, and they like they're super strong guys, and then when you see them with like a regular, let's say like the typical lion, they can't even budge the lion.
Yeah.
That type of shit. As soon as like people see like the realistic side of it, then they'll really see like maybe they're not gonna win that fight, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Mother Earth is just trippy, though. Just it's crazy, you know. But I don't know. I thought it was a funny take. But if it was 100 Mexicans, hell no.
Damn, dog. After all this, up in the
Damn.
Mexicans.
Too many short foods around. Fool. Maybe 100 Canelos,
100
maybe.
Canelos?
Maybe 100 Canelos. But not from Puebla, for sure. Not
That's
fucking around.
fucking wild, bro. Damn.
Shout out to my Puebla people, dog. I love their mole. I love your mole, fool. And well, that's it. Pretty much that's it. Anything y'all doing this week coming up? Anything y'all
nothing,
looking
man.
forward to?
Just working.
Just working.
Always working, always broke. That's how it is.
Strange.
Yes.
Damn, bro.
That's the American dream.
That's the LA
Yeah.
lifestyle right
That's
now.
the starving artists in LA. We just got to keep doing what we want to do so that we can make those dreams possible, because we're out here to make dreams come true, and you got to sacrifice everything for that.
You do.
Hey, well, being in a room with a similar mindset people kind of helps, dog.
It does.
It,
fool.
it kind of helps.
Yeah.
It does. And I feel like everybody in here and everybody else that's not here but part of the team, we're going to make it there for sure.
Mhm.
I just know we are. You know, I feel like we have the right team for that. We have the look for that, and we have the creativity for that. I feel like everybody's here is creative in their own way. And yeah, except for Mo, you know. Mo's kind of like an iffy. When I know, I did see his pictures
What pictures?
when he's like, yo, I thought I was smaller, but
Oh.
I'm still fat.
You guys got to help them out a little bit, you know?
Hey, man, if I knew he was going to think that way, I would have done it, bro.
I would have been like, yo, fool. Hi. Shooting nah. But you know what? The story of the pictures were dope. It had like the fashion style to it of like storytelling. I think Mo, I want to see what Mo does in this fashion designer.
Yeah, I'm
guy
excited
that
for
he's
him,
going.
dog. Fuck yeah.
And I want to support everything that he does with that, because I know he quit on this podcast, but you know he's back in our so I want to support what he does, and you know, and anybody else that is doing something, because right now is a chance to do it up, and the culture is being celebrated. I want to bring up the Met Gala. Did you guys see a lot of the suit style? Obviously,
out
Willie, of
Willie
course.
Chavarria, hell yeah, bro.
Willie Chavarria has been pushing that fucking flag crazy. Who he styled? Maluma? Yeah, Maluma.
I didn't see who he styled, but
Yeah, it was him and
you
Maluma.
can see his influence
Yes,
just
it was
alone in that
fire, fool.
event.
And I know that style comes before the suit comes from, I believe, something with the African Americans. But I know that Mexicans were the one that recently put it back up.
And not just
as
that, I
fashion.
think a lot of Willie Chavarria's work is influenced by workwear, dog. And I think that's very
That's true.
very Hispanic coded workwear, dog. Dickies, fucking Ben Davis. You know, that's a trait of ours.
Willie Chavarria, he's like the new like Gucci. It's a new thing that's happening, and I see everybody's rocking that. He's dressing up everyone.
Kendrick, he dressed Kendrick.
Drake, fucking Gwyneth Paltrow rocking Dickies. Goddamn, Kim Kardashian's rocking his style Dickies from his brand, and it's dope to see for like even with Doechii, he's dressing up Doechii. A lot of I believe the Tiny Desk stuff with Willie. As
Oh yeah,
well.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Shout out to Willie for
Shout out to Willie.
I would like
from
to have him in
California
this
too. He's from the
podcast.
West Coast.
He's from Fresno, actually.
Yeah, from up here.
Shout out to Fresno. Willie, I'm going to tag you in this post. We're doing an interview.
Formal
in LA.
invitation.
Formal invitation. I know we had some DMs back and forth. I know the Coyotes did a collaboration with Pro Club. So I know he is tapped into the culture. And I would like, to collab with him. I have some ideas.
Oh yeah, bro.
Shout out to Willie Chavarria, one of the cultural leaders of our generation right now. And to see how much influence of him is impacting the pop culture is fire to me. and to see him at the Met Gala.
And keep his authenticity. He's really being who he is, fool.
Super
Yeah.
authenticity for it. Well, he started working, reading upon. I think he was under Ralph Lauren.
Yeah, and I think also
Tommy Hilfiger también.
I'm not sure about Tommy Hilfiger.
For sure, Ralph Lauren. He was under Ralph
He's
Lauren.
been in the game for sure. So for him to come out and start leading the wave was pretty sick. Fool.
And then last year we didn't celebrate him enough. He was
for sure.
He was the fashion designer for men's of the year last year, and I would like to get an invite to the fashion week coming up,
yeah,
man.
what the
Hopefully,
fuck?
dog, I want to be in that level full of being invited to things like that. But we call it's gonna happen. Hopefully, in the next year or two, I want to make sure we actually get it there. I'm gonna hit up some of the plugs and shit.
Yeah, we will. Fool. No, we
Make some
will.
moves.
But hey, we got a lot in the works. You know, we're gonna
Especially
be
with
out
covering
there.
these topics, fool. Like the
Yeah.
website, we're gonna start covering all fashion,
Yep.
music. That's where it's gonna come through, dog.
And I appreciate you guys for all the work you guys been putting, the consistency. I love everybody. I love every part, every member in the cult. Everybody brings something different, and we're also here to learn. And I'm excited for the website. Make sure you guys go to the website, subscribe to the newsletter. All of us are open to writing, creating articles. I want to see what you want to do with that, because I know you have a very
I think
extensive
my
diversity too. You have a lot of diversity.
I think my shit's always been more journalistic take, so I'm excited to try it out. There
Yeah,
on the
fool,
website.
and whatever business ventures you could do with that, yeah, do it up, fool, and we're here to support you and spread your content, your articles, and even highlight you even more. That'd be dope if you get into your bag, your journalistic bag, and yeah. Shout out to everybody that follows us. Make sure you guys continue to support us. I know I'm being a little lagging on the clips, but I'm gonna get back on it and catch you guys next time. Any last words? My bad.
Nah, shit, we're good.
Cool
Any last
media.
words?
Tuning
Cool
in.
media. Where can we follow you, David?
David Colt Media.
Can we follow you?
Brand more.
911.
Prime God 87, Nomo 23, South Central Clips for Marvin. Fly when it comes to
When it comes to this.
something like that.
Fly
when it comes to this.
Shout out to the homie that does a lot of dope work on the news part. Hopefully, all of us, obviously, we encourage everybody to see if they want to do some news posts as well.
Yeah.
With credit to yourselves and shit. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to the culture.